Hello friends, and welcome back to another episode from Annie's Arms. Today's video will be a quick instructional video on how to remove the charging handle out of a G3 parts kit. To begin with, you'll want to pull the charging handle back, and you'll want to rotate it so that you can get to and see the pin through those holes. Mine doesn't line up perfectly, yours might not either. But we're gonna get it close and see how it comes out. So you'll want to press it out in this direction, kind of from bottom to top, because the pin is actually tapered, or at least has knurling on one side. So we're going to use this V-block to support it. There you can see, pin comes out. Took a little bit of force, but it wasn't too bad. The charging handle comes out. There you'll see the spring. And then this is the component that's actually pushing back on the bolt. So this goes to the forward, locks on there. And then when you push on the bolt to charge it, this is what you're actually moving. So what can also happen, you get your parts kit apart, and it's been apart for a couple weeks, and you forget how everything goes back together, and then you're fumbling and just trying to figure it out. So this piece gets installed with the cut section towards the top. And that little cut section is actually where our charging handle spring is going to be resting. And so depending on your spring strength, it will affect a little bit of how hard it is to install. Our spring sits in the charging handle like this. Trying to get some good pictures of that for you. And so when we install it, we're going to hold the end of the spring into the actual handle of the charging handle. We're going to put the other end in the slot. Again, it's difficult to see on video. I do apologize. And then we're rotating it down. So if we're looking at it from the side this way, I'm sticking it in and then kind of pulling it forward and pushing it down so that that spring bends around. And so as I'm pushing it back, the block is moving back a little bit too, which is what we want. It's just tricky. There we go, we're getting her in now. So now we'll take our dowel pin and we're going to stick it in the bottom. And we're going to be using the dowel pin to then get the spring and everything lined up. So now I've got my dowel pin holding the charging handle in there. And it won't rotate because the dowel pin's holding it. So now with all of that aligned, I'm going to pull the dowel pin out. And again, I'm using the dowel pin to help make sure my spring, my charging handle, and my tube are all in line. And here you can get a little better look at the pivot pin that our charging handle is rotating on. And this end, they've got a little indentation on each side, which then causes this side to mushroom and be a little larger than the other side. So we want the smaller side to go in first and the mushroom side to go in last. So there you can see that is in. And again, I was just using the dowel pin to help make sure all three bodies stayed in alignment. And now I'll use my pin, or my punch, to drive it in. Do a couple checks here to make sure it's going to rotate freely and slide. You can see there, it's not quite in far enough, and we're close on this side. So we're going to give her one more tap. Maybe two more taps. And 2 was too much. Should have stuck with my original of 1. Alright, looks better, feels better, and there you have a charging handle reinstalled. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like and subscribe button.